The user has a possibility to run the self-service portal, which can give an overview through their landing page about activities, announcements, and all necessary stuff, and very simple and fast activity possibility in direction, report an issue, find solution in knowledge base, to check and own assets and services. And one of the possibilities also to access the service catalog. The service catalog is divided in different portfolios with hardware, non-IT services, software, and that what you can see is just only an example of different possibilities. For example, if I would like to check for my new workplace, I can go for hardware and then choose computer swap or choose a mobile device or desktop PC, whatever I like to check for. And for example, you have a possibility, for example, to shop the virtual workplace or new notebook or Mac or whatever you need for your businesses. That's one way how can you access these services. But also, if you go on the landing page and just try to enter workplace, for example, the system will give you also possible objects in catalog. For example, there are a few services about that, and you will be able to access and to check for these services. For example, I can shop in virtual service, for example, or I would like to shop a new notebook. Depending on what I need, there are different possibilities for that. For example, if I go and shop the virtual workplace, the system will explain me, okay, you can check for the different platforms, and you can choose some software for it, and then go and add it to the cart. After adding it to the cart, you can place this order. You can see the target information. In my use case will be Active Directory account because there is a virtual workspace. And after the placing this order, the system will go for approvals. What you can see now, that's the approval is pending, and the user is able to check who is the decision maker who has to accomplish this decision. That's in our use case, cost center decision maker, two-person Fisher Frank and Frank Fry. What we can see now, that's the front end from Frank, and the Frank is the responsible guy for the order. And on the landing page, there are a few approvals which are waiting for approve, and our audit services virtual workspace, virtual desktop. And Frank can now approve this service. He can see which subservices are contained in this bundle and just put some comments on it and approve them all. The user, in our case Maria, will see how's the status or just order progress is up to date, and after updating the front end, she will see, okay, the approval is completed, provisioning, it's running in the background, which can be supported with different workflows which are available in the system. And after that, after successful log on the system, Maria can just accept this service and give the feedback for getting this option, and the service is delivered. The second possible option can also be direct choose of the service in the service catalog. For example, I would just choose a desktop PC for Office with Office application. Just add it to the cart and place the order. Again, the order will be placed and we have an approval option. In this case, we have a two-step approval. we have a cost center decider, pending approval, and budget approval, board approval, and all these decision makers have to approve this service. We came back again to the role of the Frank. The Frank has this approval, and he is able now to approve this service, to give some additional comments on it, and just go and approve this order. And Maria can see now, okay, the first step approval is already completed, and now I need an approval from somebody from the board members. That will be now the case that some of the board members is going to approve this service, the same way the Frank has done. And Maria can see now that the service is in the provisioning process. The workflow which supports this provisioning of this service in the background created automatically in the collaboration part a task which is going to describe everything what has to be done to deliver this service. And what we can see, one of the assets from the asset management database is reserved for this user, and the service agent can complete this task and close it. To complete this task, the service agent will check for the reserved device, the reserved asset needed for this service, and can now use the right mouse click and change the status or manage an ownership. For example, that will be one good option, to change the ownership from global to one dedicated organization. For example, Imago Verum, or also define the cost center for this asset, let's say marketing EMEA, and to change the location for this device, I will just choose Frankfurt. So after completing this task, we can change the status of this asset from reserved to active. And we hope now that the active status of this asset will just trigger the next steps in our workflow. What now really happens, the assigned asset for this service will be automatically installed, and the user will get an information in the review, in the order progress, and she can see it's provisioning, it's on the way. All necessary activities will be completed for the full automatical installation. That means this Office PC will be completely configured depending on the profiles which were assigned, with fully drive integration, application install, patches, and all security stuff which is needed for the system. After the installation was completed, our user will also see the change status in the order progress, and will be able to accept a completely fulfilled installation and just give a feedback to the organization. As you could see, we have different possibilities to define different services. We can really support the organization designing different services, and during this option, through this technology possibilities, reducing the efforts from the service team.